All right, guys, and we are live. Welcome to Rep America. I'm your host, and let's jump right in because we have a lot to cover today. First and foremost, let's get this started here. Guys, welcome to the live stream again. Let's just make sure everything's up and running on all platforms, and we are live. Okay. All right. Guys, welcome to the stream. Holy smokes. Guys, if you have not seen this, it's because the mainstream media doesn't want you to see it. And this is what is happening right now in UK. What you have on your screen, on the right side of your screen, is Henry Nowak. And on the left side, you have Vickrum. Don't know the last name here, but it's not important. Henry on the right side has been killed by the person on your left side. That's the suspected killer. And the police, when they showed up on the scene, you guessed it, this is the UK. So this is in the UK. Henry Nowak on the right was stabbed by the person on the left side of your screen. And when the police showed up, they handcuffed Henry, the guy on the right side, and let him die right in front of them. And we're going to jump right into this. There's a lot happening. And so the UK is completely up in flames right now over this. And we're going to jump right in. Again, if you haven't seen it, it's because they don't want you to see it. They're suppressing this. And they've been doing this to a lot of people, showing this online. So let's jump right in, guys. This is one of the craziest. I mean, this is a crazy video, but we're gonna go through it. The parts that are difficult to watch are blurred out, so you're gonna just take a look and let's go. This is the police cam footage showing Henry Nowak when the police show up and they actually handcuff him instead of the assailant, and they watch him say, you know, I can't breathe, and they watch him just die right in front of them. Let's go.
My dad's holding it now. Right. He keeps dropping side to side, so I'm just trying to keep him set up.
Right.
He's got a mouthful of blood, I don't want him.
I can't breathe. He was on the bin on the other side of this gate.
He's jumped over these fences and stuff like that. And he's up
Move
here.
away, mate.
He's obviously... He's fallen from there and he slipped from there.
His other shoe is left over there, mate.
What's your name, mate? Huh? Has anyone been hurt other than him?
Yeah, me. He's grabbed my brother, he's took my turban off, started grabbing my head.
Are you injured?
Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruises.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down.
Got this stud.
Right, let's get you out of there, shall we?
I was in bed asleep. Whenever just found me up there, look, someone's attacked me. I can't breathe.
That's Henry right there on the ground, and you just heard him for the first time say, I can't breathe. So let's just go back 1 second here.
Whenever just found me up there, look, someone's attacked me. I can't breathe.
Grab his other arm. What's happened to you, alright? You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate.
That's what, and then I'm like, you've got mouthful of, I want to keep you up.
Hand?
I can't breathe.
Put the hand in the cuff, mate.
Yeah.
This is like numerous times this has happened to us. We've been walking, we can't.
You may not be able to hear it in the video, but I can hear him trying to breathe. And if you're a police officer there, you could also be able to hear him where he's struggling to breathe, and it's just hard to watch.
Can we get a van?
Nothing
happens.
He's saying he's been stabbed, so
Where
let's
is it
just
you
check
think
him.
you've been stabbed? In the face? Oh no, but we have to check, don't we?
Right.
In the face?
Just get these back off, get their details and that, and I'll keep hold of him.
Should we...
Right, keep you on your side, mate. You better retrieve then. Saying to him, keeping him on his side. We were set up when we had him here, but he didn't like it.
And right about here
name,
is
mate?
where he will...
At the
pretty
moment,
much.
you're under arrest. That's for assault. So you do not have to say anything. May harm in defence. If you do not mention when questioned, it's up to which you later
And
on in
at this
court.
point, I
Anything you
think
do
is
say may
where
be given
we
evidence,
lose
all
Henry.
right?
He's completely gone at
Be
this
sick, I
point.
think.
You'll see like one final move and he's gone. It's absolutely insane. This is basically what's happening in the UK. And it's been happening for a very, very long time.
Are we able to get an ambulance, please? His pupils aren't even reacting.
She said his pupils aren't even reacting.
He's just been beat up. Are we able to get an ambulance, please? His pupils aren't even reacting.
So there you have it, guys. This is something that, again, you're not being shown this. This is what's happening in the UK. I'm surprised they even allowed this police footage to get out, but it's really heartbreaking, and it is it's just insane. I'm at a loss for words, to be honest with you, but it's really disheartening, and I'm just blown away. It's very eye-opening, and it's symbolic of what's happening right now and what has been happening in the UK. I have plenty to go through. I have a lot more to go through in this video, but I just want to sit with this for 1 second because there's a point in this video where he says, "I've been stabbed," and the officer says, "I don't think you've been stabbed." So check this out. Let me see. I think this is it right about here.
I was in bed asleep. When they just phoned me up, they looked
He
on
just
the
said it once.
I'll
I've been stabbed.
Grab his other arm.
house.
Right here. Coming up here when he turns around.
I'm running around the corner.
What's happened to you, alright?
Been stabbed.
Said it again.
You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? Don't think you have, mate.
He just said, "I don't think you have, mate." So that's what's happening. You have not only the parliament right now, you have law enforcement and every other authority in England that are siding with the let's just call them the immigrants, the people that are not UK natives, and anyone that's not white. And if you are white, well, then you're getting cuffed right away and you're instantly at fault. And in this case, as in many other cases, you're considered a liar, and wow, you're allowed to just you're just in the wrong if you're white, and no questions are asked. If someone says that this guy's white and he's a racist, and all of a sudden you're allowed to just apparently perish right in front of the police officers and be called a liar. It's insane. Guys, this is a video of the suspected killer, the assailant, prior to this, okay? And this is what happened during, I believe, some type of road rage that the guy that stabbed Henry, this is a road rage incident. Check this out. This happened very shortly prior to what we just saw in that video that night.
Come on!
If you look, he has a sword next to him. Literally, the guy has a freaking sword next to him walking around the street. Look at this.
Come on! Come, recording him.
Look at that.
You got big problem, mate.
Where are these people coming from? Why are they being allowed to do this? Just insane. Guys, I'm gonna go. There he goes into the car. Look, he's got his sandals on, and he's got his sword. You can't make this up. The guy's walking around with sandals, wearing a dress with sandals and a sword on his side. The guy thinks he's in 1200 AD. I don't know, or I'm not even that.
Come
Look at this.
on! Come, recording him.
Look at that. You can see that sword right there. He's holding in his left hand.
Where's the fuck hold the gun? You got big problem, mate. Where's you got big problem?
I don't know where this guy's from. You guys are asking in the chat, where's this guy from? I don't know where he's from. I think it's Sikh or something, Sikh or whatever you call it. But, you know, this is what's happening with the non-native UK are by and large committing more of these crimes. And it's just absolutely insane. This now is a video of them chanting. This is all of UK has risen up as a result of this. And they have gone to Southampton, to the police police department at Southampton, and they're all together basically saying the last words that Henry Nowak said. They're saying, "I can't breathe." I have someone asking me about the Iran war. I'm going to get to the Iran war in just a moment. After this, we're going to go through I'm going to show you. You guys are not being shown this because the mainstream media and the UK Parliament and the authority that may be in UK, they don't want anyone to see what happened. So I want you guys to see this. As soon as I'm done, we're going to jump into a few more things and I'm going to answer your questions. I'll get to your chats, and I'm also going to get to the mayoral race in Los Angeles. That's currently, well, the voting is over in 10 minutes, and we're going to jump into that and look at the race live and see who got all the votes and who wins. Let's see. All right, so this now is another video. Okay, it's all going crazy in Southampton. So everyone is up in arms right now in the UK, and as they should be, and they're very upset. And finally, you know, we talk about the UK on my channel a lot, and we talk about hopefully UK being able to save itself. A lot of you always tell me it's too late for the UK. We know that the UK has been becoming controlled by the powers of Islam, that may be the Islamic Brotherhood and all that kind of stuff. They have infiltrated UK. It's pretty much been years and years. They have been taking over UK long before they started taking over United States of America. And so you see all the all the mayors of the biggest cities in the UK are all Muslim. The woman that's in charge of national security and all of policing in the UK is Muslim. And everyone's in it together. And it's absolutely insane, guys. So I believe finally UK has waken up, and we got more to go through here. This is where they actually went out to the person's house, the assailant's home, and they're, as I said, just as we would all be completely upset, and they're going crazy here. The house is around the corner. You're going to see when it pans around. Look at the size of the crowd that's out there in front of the house of the assailant. Guys, I'm so proud of the people of UK for standing up. I'm so saddened by what happened to Henry. This is just insane. It's just, I have no idea what to say. It's so horrible what happened to the guy. Man, I'm proud. I have to say I'm proud of what they're doing in the UK, standing up and trying to take their country back. Let's keep going. This is Henry Nowak's father. Okay, here we go.
With his final words, he told officers that he could not breathe. He told them he had been stabbed. In fact, Henry told officers that he could not breathe 9 times. He told them he had been stabbed 4 times. The response from one officer was, "I don't think you have, mate." The police have said they were misled by the murderer and that the scene when they arrived was complex. Unfortunately, it seems to us the truth is much simpler. The police were told by our son himself and by a member of the public who called 999 that they heard someone shout that they had been stabbed. But the police did not believe them. Henry was pulled across the gravel, his hands forced behind his back, and he was placed in handcuffs. Instead of being treated as a dying victim, police formally arrested Henry for assault and read him his rights. That was the last thing he heard. Henry did not die with dignity. He did not die with the care he deserved. He lost consciousness before anyone believed him. Let me be absolutely clear. We hold Vickrum Digwa solely and 100% responsible for the brutal murder of our son. But Henry should not have died on the streets of Southampton in police custody. The way he was treated was inhumane and degrading. His murderer, however, was afforded decency. He was believed. He was not handcuffed when arrested. He was not handcuffed when transported to the police station. As far as we understand, he was never handcuffed at all.
Crazy.
And, as Vickrum Digwa himself told the court, whilst under arrest for Henry's murder, police even took him to the kitchen so he could choose his food. The contrast is unbearable.
It really is unbearable. And that's when they say this is exactly what they mean when they say you import the third world and your country becomes a third world. You import these people and this is what you get. This is insane. Absolutely insane. This is Nigel Farage that's given a statement as well.
Think of this. The biggest fear a police officer now has going about his or her duty on the street is the fear of being reported for having acted in a way that was racially biased. That fear, now greater than dealing with a dying man living on the ground. Henry's family have responded to this in just the most extraordinarily dignified way. But I suggest the rest of us respond to this with pure, cold rage. This is wrong. All the values and standards of living in a free country where everybody is judged equally before the law have been trashed and thrown away. Think of this.
Yep, absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Sorry, we just got attacked.
Now this, guys, is crazy. This is a phone call that his brother, the assailant's brother, made this phone call. And listen to what he says. He basically says, no, there was no weapons. There was no nothing. Oh, somehow, just take a listen. You
Actually, by some white person.
1 second. Okay. He's saying a white person. And so that's all you need to do in the UK. Call the police and say, there's a white person, and they're all over it. They'll do the rest.
Sorry, we just got attacked racially by some white person.
Right, okay. Whereabouts are you?
We're on Belmont Road.
Just out in the street, are you?
Sorry?
You're just in the street?
Yeah, literally. I just parked up my car to come home, and he's attacked my brother.
Are you talking about verbally or physically?
No, he physically attacked my brother. We're Sikhs, we wear turban, and he's just attacked my brother.
Have any weapons been involved?
No. No. What did he say to you?
Oh, who do you think you are? I was like, look, bro, you're drunk, carry on, walk on. Then I was there, he goes, oh, who do you think I'm a bad man? I was like, bro, look, I'm a bad man. What?
What did he say? Was he racially abusive?
The police need a report, come here. Yeah, he was. So basically, he stumbled into my brother.
Yeah.
So do you want to speak to my brother?
No, you carry on. He stumbled into him, and then what did he do?
Okay. So he stumbled into you, and then what?
Yeah, so he's walked into me, stumbled, he's drunk. I've clearly said to him, look, mate, you're drunk, carry on about your day, do what you need to do.
And then what?
Then he goes to me, who do you think you are? Who do you think you
He
are?
goes, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to my brother? And then what?
And then he goes, oh, you're this, you're that. Who do you think you're a bad man? I was like, yeah, I'm a bad man. What? Then he starts recording me.
Right.
As he's recording me, I snatched his phone. He's then laid a punch onto me. He's pushed me back and my turban's come off.
So if you just heard what he said, if you're listening carefully, you can hear him say that there was an exchange of words, and then the assailant, Vickrum Digwa, goes and Henry starts recording him. Okay, so there's an exchange of words between these two, and this is coming from the brother was speaking to the police. He brought the phone next to the assailant, Vickrum Digwa. Vickrum Digwa was telling this to the police. He said that they exchanged words, and then Henry started recording him with his phone, and then Vickrum, the assailant, snatched his phone. He said himself, he snatched his phone, which you're not allowed to do that. Not in this country and not in their country. And then he's saying some type of a scuffle broke out.
He started then grabbing my head, so I then grabbed him, and then he started pushing me, attacking me even further and everything like that.
At the minute now.
And so that is the police phone call. Now this here is where Tommy Robinson comes in and joins the uprising, rightfully so. Here we go.
Well done for not remaining silent. Well done for coming out. Henry's murder I've spoke about this for 20 years. I said you'll be a victim of a race gang, i.e. Pakistani Muslims, will be beating up a white kid. The police will turn up, they jump on the white kid. Every time, I've seen it my whole life, they jump on the white kid. What the whole world has now seen in Henry's video is what we all know anyway. It's a different treatment for white people compared to non-whites. And we've seen this spread through every single institution in our country. I can't breathe. The crying, the pleading. Do you know what's insane right now? Is you see that scumbag's brother, who should be charged for perverting the course of justice. He fucking lied.
And the father.
And a message to anyone who wants to claim representative communities, get that fucking family out of Southampton.
Yes,
get
them all.
The fact that his family might go shopping in this city next week and walk past that scumbag's brother who facilitated and accommodated the murder of Henry is an absolute... The fact he's walking the streets is insane.
Get him gone. Get him gone.
What he's saying, if you're not listening, he's saying basically the guy's brother is out free when the guy's brother was there and it was part of this whole thing and part of covering it up. Why is his brother able to walk around free? And why did he get such great treatment himself? Why wasn't Vickrum handcuffed? And what the hell is going on in the UK? Now, the sad part about this whole thing is none of us are surprised. Based on what we've been seeing from the UK, we're not surprised. Very saddened, but not surprised.
Get them gone! Get them gone! Get them gone!
I've got a video of him walking the streets this morning. He's walking these streets this morning. That's the brother who facilitated. And when people talk
Get them out!
When people talk about justice, unless the police officers are prosecuted, which must happen. I heard one of the arresting officers just resigned. We don't want him to resign.
Disgusting.
We want him imprisoned.
Easy route out. Fucking easy route out.
Lock him up. Not one single police officer was prosecuted for allowing the rape of a generation of our daughters. Not one. None of them have faced prosecution. They've all left with their fucking pensions. Every one of them have left with their pensions. Exactly the same as this. He'll resign with full bloody pension. It's not good enough. We know, every one of you watching this know, if Henry wasn't white, he wouldn't have been handcuffed. So although I heard someone say this isn't about race, this is about race. Yes.
Looking at a chat, John Babcock says, and the mother hid the murder weapon. Wow, I didn't know that. That's insane.
He was murdered because he was white. He was handcuffed. Do you know the murderer He didn't get handcuffed. Even after they found out he'd stabbed him 5 times, he still didn't get fucking handcuffed. He wasn't handcuffed in the police car. He wasn't handcuffed at the police station. They took him in the police station to choose what bloody meal he wanted. That is the executive treatment given to non-whites. The white boy who done nothing was handcuffed. The murderer in possession of a knife who stabbed someone 5 times wasn't even handcuffed. It's there for the entire world to see. This isn't just about Henry. Henry could have been your son. Henry could be your son. This has gone on for so fucking long in every town and city across our country, where as white people we're treated as second-rate citizens by our own government, by our own police force. And you have to look at the policing, at their policy and their teachings. This is indoctrination into the police force. It puts up here the accusation of racism, the microaggressions, white privilege. This is all in Hampshire Police Training Guide. White privilege. Does Henry fucking Nowak look like he had white privilege on the floor? I just wanted to come here as a spectator in the demonstration. The lads have done a great job. They've been organising these demonstrations in this city for a very long time, yeah?
So is that was Henry's white privilege, huh? Henry's white privilege was getting stabbed and then having the cops show up, handcuffing him, and watching him die. That's his white privilege. Absolutely disgusting. Wow. Absolutely disgusting. Guys, that is a lot of the content that the mainstream media and the UK doesn't want you to see. And I had to show you this, and it's out there. And I'm going to post this so you guys can watch this later and share this. It's just absolutely nuts. We're all blown away. We're not surprised, but it is shocking to see. Okay, absolutely shocking. And we're very, I'm very proud of the people of the UK, the natives, the people of the UK who are standing up for themselves, who are trying to take their country back. I have faith in them. I really do. I know that we talk about them, being long gone or too far gone already, but I don't think so. The UK is known for being pretty damn strong, and I think we're going to see them come out on the other side of this and win and get their country back. All right, guys, I'm going to change gears here. We are going to move into what is going on right now in California. We are now watching the Los Angeles mayoral race, and we have Karen Bass and Spencer Pratt that are for the running right now. And it looks like what we have been seeing. It seems to us, I'm from California, that Spencer Pratt may win this race. Now, we do have a couple of people betting against this. We got Polymarket and some of these other Calcium things that are betting against this, but the voting is now closed as of 8 minutes ago. And what we're looking at now are live polls, and live counts, voter counts. We're going to see this coming in. It's going to start trickling in, and we're looking at hopefully Spencer Pratt victorious over Karen Bass. And this for us, now I don't live in LA, I'm in Orange County, the county attached to LA, just south of it, below LA. And Orange County, where I'm from, is purple in many cases, in many locations red, but overall purple. LA, on the other hand, is very much like what you just saw in the UK. And that's why I wanted to bring this on and talk about this right after we looked at what happened in the UK, because hopefully in Los Angeles, we're seeing the writing on the wall and we can make the right decision and get the change that we need so we don't continue down the path of what you just saw in the UK. As I said before, the UK is much further along in this far left type of ideology that has been executed across the whole country of the UK. Los Angeles is also in the grips of the far left. I would say not as far gone as the UK, but very much close. We are neck and neck with New York, I would say, and I say we because I'm in Southern California. I'm right there adjacent with LA. And from what I'm seeing, it looks like there may be a chance that we're going to get the change that we need. We also have the running for governor, and we're looking at two Republicans that are doing very well for governor, and we have Chad Bianco and Steve Hilton. It looks like Steve Hilton may have a chance, and I placed my vote for governor, being that I'm a Californian. And when I looked at the ticket, I don't have it here. I already turned in my ballot. But when I look at the ballot, it's crazy because there was a huge laundry list of people to vote for, many of whom were Democrats. So we are very much hoping that the rest of our fellow Californians made the right decision and voted for change, because it's very much needed, because California, as you all know, is doing almost everything wrong politically. Okay? We are doing everything we can, unfortunately. We have done everything possible to raise taxes for programs that provide no results, while at the same time, we have been running the people that pay the taxes out of our state. So we're burning it at both ends. Basically, we're raising taxes to the point, like insanely high, to the point where we're driving all the income earners, all the major taxpayers out, while increasing spending, and there's nothing, there's no way of paying for the spending. And we're basically completely buried in a state where we are, like, I believe, 9th or 10th economy of the world. Imagine that. We have an insanely powerful, strong, and a plentiful, a very, very strong economy, but we're doing everything wrong with it. Absolutely everything wrong. So hopefully we can get the change that we need. Hopefully we can reduce some of this crazy spending on these ridiculous programs that are not doing anything. One of the biggest ones that everyone in the whole world knows by now is the rail, the high-speed rail, of which we don't even have a mile of track. So we're hoping that's going to happen. And now, again, we're over here. We're looking at the mayoral race in Los Angeles, and I believe we should be seeing the votes come in live on this site that I'm a member of here. So let's see here. I'm not seeing anything come in right now, but it should be because everything just closed. I'm going to look at some other sources. Let's see what's going on here.
No, this is 7.
Okay, so we have let's take a look at this here. Let me see what I can pull up for us, because we got also the governor race, and Hilton is in the lead. Here, guys, is the governor race for California. And you can see Steve Hilton is at 28% and Becerra is at 25%. So Steve Hilton, let me make this larger here for you guys on Instagram. Not too large. Okay. So you should be able to see that now. So now you got Steve Hilton with 439,000 votes, and runner-up is Becerra, Javier Becerra, at 387,000. And I'm not seeing Chad Bianco. Here's the full list. Chad Bianco is 4th on the list. So one of the mistakes that I was speaking about earlier is the fact that we have all of these people running. Imagine all of these people are running to be the governor of California. And the big mistake for the Democrats is they ran a lot of candidates. And you could see the top candidates here are Katie Porter, and you got Tom Steyer and Javier Becerra. Looks like everyone is counting on Javier Becerra. However, on the Republican side, they ran 2 candidates. And I think as much as I'm also down with Chad Bianco, I think it would have been a better idea for Chad Bianco to run as lieutenant governor alongside Steve Hilton and allow Steve Hilton to take the bulk of the votes to make sure that we get the change that we need. Because this governor election for California, it's bigger. It's bigger than any one person. As much as I'm down with Chad Bianco, this race is bigger. It means a lot to a lot more people. It's a major, major election. It's the major change that we need. So guys, let me do a little refresh here. So you got Steve Hilton at 28%, runner-up, Javier at 25%. And now let's go back and let's see. So here, so we're waiting to see what happens here with Los Angeles. I'm hoping we start getting some of these soon. Let me take a look at some other sources here so we can get you guys some updated information if there are other places that are more up to date. Okay. Let's see here.
This is not one county.
We also have a lot happening with Iran, and we're going to take a look at that in a moment, but I want to see this mayoral race. This is huge. Okay. So everyone is waiting to see what's going to happen here. And there's no other place that has these votes. And it looks like they're coming in. There they are. Holy smokes. Here we go, guys. It is on. Guys, here we go. Here we go. The votes are coming in. And Karen Bass is ahead of Spencer Pratt. Wow, guys. Uh-oh. That is not looking good. But it's early. That is not looking good, guys. Wow. So what you're looking at here on your screen, guys, these are the live results for the elections that are happening that just closed right now for Los Angeles. We have Spencer Pratt running up against Karen Bass, and the communist Nithya Raman is in third place. We have Karen Bass currently with the results that have just come in, crushing Spencer Pratt. Wow, that is absolutely crazy. Hopefully we get some type of a big update here because these numbers are not looking good. What's up, Ange? What's up, guys? Good to have you guys. All right, now I got a little more time. Been a while, Ange. I know I miss you too. Good to have you guys. But holy cow, guys, we are looking at these election results. Oh, let's see. Let's do a little search. How many people? I agree with Dominique right now. Dominique Roy says there's no way Spencer Pratt lost that bad to that creature. Does that do you know she cheated? Well, we know that California and LA are rigging the elections and rigging our system as best they can to make it democratic forever. And they've been doing that with the same way Joe Biden did it with the immigrants and no voter IDs and all that kind of other stuff. And it's just, whether legal, illegal, however which way they do, they try to rig the systems to where it's not democratic anymore. And now we're looking at numbers here, and it looks like Spencer Pratt is not looking good based on what just came in. I'm going to take a look and see how many votes we expect for LA altogether. Let's take a look. I think this is an AI question here. So it says here that registered voters in the city of Los Angeles are up 2.1 million. In 2022, Karen Bass versus Caruso, we had about 930,000 to 1 million, roughly 1 million votes. So this is definitely not the full picture yet. John Babcock is asking, what other formats are you live streaming now? I'm live streaming on, let's go through it, on X, on Instagram, on Twitch, and on Rumble. You can find Rep America if you search any of those. On Instagram, it's Medication, and that's on the bottom of your screen. You can see that. So guys, right now we have a total of 300,000 votes that are being shown on your screen for the Los Angeles mayoral race. Karen Bass is leading at 38%. Spencer Pratt is at 28%. But this is 1/3 of the voters based on how many people voted last time in 2022. Chat GPT is telling me that in 2022, roughly 1 million people voted in LA. And right now we have on our results 300,000. So we have roughly another 600 or so thousand votes to count. So hopefully we got the batch that was mostly blue. And what we see coming soon will be hopefully more Spencer Pratt votes. I can't, just like someone said earlier in the chat, I can't imagine why someone would vote for Karen Bass unless they're voting for race, color, and gender. And that's very much how California runs. California votes just like California. You got it's a majorly blue city, and that's what you get. You get people when they're on the left side, they're voting mostly based on color of people's skin, their genders, their race, and so on. You're not getting them voting based on policy. I don't think anybody right now can tell me one thing that Karen Bass is running on based on any type of policy. Yes, Christine, there is still a chance. There is still a chance. Let's take a look here. Pratt has got to smash the system. Got to win by so much. Cheating won't work. You got to be too big to rig. I agree. Gigglebush says, yeah, they better not rig it. He's got to do it to where it's too big to rig. And that's the difficult part that we're dealing with here. Let me see how many people voted in the other race. So right now, this is, oh wow, Javier Becerra just beat Steve Hilton. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. So we got the California governor race. We got 3 million votes in, and Steve Hilton and Javier Becerra are neck and neck. Holy cow, guys. Look at that. Let me see now how many people voted last time in the governor race so we could see how many we can expect to be left here. So let's see here. How many people, California governor? Let's see here. All right. So we have 3.2 million votes in, and total votes for governor about 10.9 million votes. So the last time we had a vote, it was 22. Whoa. There are 22 million voters registered, and we get a 51% turnout. So roughly 11 million. Okay. So we have 11 million, and we are currently at 3.2 counted. And 3.2 counted, we still have quite a bit of a ways to go. Let me see here. Okay. So still in the Los Angeles mayor race, we should see roughly 1 million votes, of which on your screen you'll notice there's currently only 300,000 counted, which puts Spencer Pratt in second place by a long, long ways. Hopefully we get some major turnaround on this. And for governor, Steve Hilton and Javier Becerra are neck and neck. We have 3.275. So we have roughly another 7 million votes to count. So let's take a look at the map and see how this voting is going down. Look at the voting in California. Look at how much of California is red. Look at that. Look at how much is red. So if you look at California on the map, this is Los Angeles down here. This blue is Los Angeles. And what you see right below, that's Orange County. That's where I live. And if you look at Orange County, Steve Hilton is crushing it. And look at these numbers for Orange County. If you can't see it on your screen, I'll read it to you. Hilton is winning. He's at 34%. Runner-up is Becerra at 23%. But our votes will only go so far. But we are a major population of voters here, so it will help, as are some of these other locations that you see here. San Francisco, San Jose, they are some of the most liberal cities in the country. Okay, so I don't expect those to go blue anytime. So guys, this is California. And again, if you're out here, Los Angeles is voting majorly. Well, not majorly. Los Angeles is at 29% for Becerra for the Democrat, and only 20% for Hilton. So you got a Democrat in first place at 29%, another Democrat in second place at 22%. Steve Hilton is at 20%. So this is not looking good for LA, because that right there will kind of give you an idea of where things are at for this other race right here. And as of now, we still only have 300,000 votes in for Los Angeles. And our boy Spencer Pratt is not looking good. How the hell do people vote for Karen Bass? Why the hell would you vote for Karen Bass? Karen Bass has not provided any solid reason for anybody to vote for her. Actually, the opposite. Her mishandlings of the fires, her mishandlings of the homeless, her mishandlings of the money spent, her mishandlings of everything that's going on in LA. What has she approved? What is there anything that anyone can think of that the current mayor, Karen Bass, has improved in Los Angeles? They want more of the same, I guess. Yep. The blacked out ones, Min is asking, these blacked out ones, were they red in the past? Let's take a look. I'll tell you. This area of Ventura, I think, is going to be mostly blue. Some of these locations up here are going to be red. So, yeah, some of these will be red. However, the population in those areas are not as great. And that's the issue that we're looking at. San Diego it's going to be blue, not dark blue, but it'll be blue. And Julie says, where's Julie? I don't see it pop up here yet. I'll put it, oh, here. Julie says there's a lot of Los Angeles Republicans who should have voted a long time ago. Voting is a month-long thing in California. Yeah, I know. I agree. Mr. Mikey says Mayor Bass has really improved the homelessness. Every day in office brings in another 100 homeless people. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Dominic says the only thing Karen Bass has improved is her wallet. Literally. Okay, we're still at let's call it 3.3 million votes in California for the governor race. Man, and I'm sorry to say Steve is trailing, not by a lot, but he's trailing. Texas Jane, I'm with you on this. Texas Jane says, crazy how people will vote for the same crap. It's unbelievable. Well, I just saw some more votes come in. We're at 3.4 million votes, and Steve Hilton now is, I mean, they're neck and neck. They're virtually the same. So let's look at this again, because there are some updates with this map. Ventura has not come in yet. And did we get, nope. We're still waiting for San Diego and what's called Imperial. And we got some more votes. And that is putting Karen Bass. Okay, so we're at still 300,000. We're at 357,000 votes for California, for the Los Angeles mayor. Spencer Pratt is at 30%, and Karen Bass is at 36.5%. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can't believe the voters in Los Angeles, man. That is insane. The voters in Los Angeles have completely lost it. Absolutely nuts. Who is that? I see. Beautiful Bill. What's up, buddy? Good to have you, dude. I'll go ahead and get rid of this dude in the chat. Where is he at? We'll go ahead and bounce him. Oh, you guys already bounced him? Hilton's leading. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Hilton. Nope. Hilton's not leading, guy. I hope so, man. Ben Singletary. Sorry, bro. They're neck and neck. So 25.8 versus 26%. So we'll see. Dude, I'm telling you, Chad should have just gone with Lieutenant Governor. Let Steve Hilton go, dude. As much as I'm down, Chad should have let him take the majority of the votes. That's gonna be, I don't know. We'll see. For me, the governor race is more important than the LA mayor race, but the LA mayor race is still huge, being that I border LA. I'm in Orange County. So right now, if you look at your screen, I want to just, reiterate this. You have a whole laundry list of people that that wanted to be the governor of California, even though there was no chance. Look at all these people taking votes on the Democrat side. A lot of Democrats took votes. Javier Becerra is actually doing very well at roughly 900,000 votes because he's got chopped up by a lot of Democrats. Now, Steve Hilton got chopped up majorly by Chad Bianco. And then you'll see some onesie twosies in here. You got GOP Tim Nelson, Randeep, Greta Solorzano. Guys, I really think Chad Bianco should have allowed Steve Hilton to take his votes and give the solid win to Hilton. That was the right move. And run for lieutenant governor and then save it for another day. Guys, look at all these people that were running for governor of California. Look at this. Absolutely nuts. Look at that. Katie Porter, I'm glad she stayed in it. She's right now taking 177,000 votes away from Javier Becerra. And she is a nightmare. If anyone's seen Katie Porter, I'll be happy to pull up her clips because they're entertaining for me in a major way. Let's actually do that. Let's pull up Katie Porter while we're watching this. By the way, I think she went on Ozempic or something recently because she lost a lot of weight, bro. I think she was like 300-400 pounds. Here's the video of Katie Porter going off on her staffer in the background. Watch this. Hold on.
So I'm on the oversight committee, you might know, and that is where we did a study recently this fall in September. And what it showed is if we don't electrify our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems.
You're going to see someone in the background. She just came in the background right there. Watch this.
And the state could lose Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot. Okay, I'm going to.
Her staffer jumped in there to help her because she was wrong about what she was saying. She was correcting her, and she completely goes crazy on her. Look at this.
Start again with electricity to air pollution and other problems.
Watch this.
And the state could lose. Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
This monster. This is not the first time she's done this. She's actually been reported to, well, I'm going to show you another clip in a second. She also dumped a hot freaking pot full of mashed potatoes on her own husband's head, gave him from what I remember, third-degree burns on his scalp, on his bald head, and burned the crap out of her husband. So let's take a look. I'm going to jump back in a second, but let's look at these polls. Let's see where we're at. Steve Hilton is still behind. Let me do a refresh here. Steve Hilton is at 25.8%. Javier Becerra is 25.9%. And Spencer Pratt is now at 30%. We're still at the same 30% versus Karen Bass at 36%. And let's go back to Katie Porter. This is the moment that she had with an interviewer.
Voters in California, the nation's most populous state, will elect a new governor next year after Governor Gavin Newsom's second term runs out.
The race is getting a lot of attention this week after a CBS News interview with the early frontrunner was posted online.
Former Democratic Congresswoman Katie Porter nearly walked out when correspondent Julie Watts asked about redistricting and what Porter would say to the 40% of Californians who voted for President Trump.
We've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that.
Well, to those voters. Okay, so you.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't care.
Follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there.
Ms.
And we're
Porter,
just going to circle around.
I am an
I love the smile, the smirk on the reporter's face.
I have
investigative
never had to do
reporter.
this before, ever.
You've never had to have a
end an
conversation
interview.
with
To end
a
an
reporter?
interview.
Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
What part of I'm me? I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. So I am going to make.
So you're not going to answer questions from reporters?
Whoa.
Okay, why don't we go through? I will continue to ask follow-up questions because that's my job as a journalist, but I will go through and ask these, and if you don't want to answer, you don't want to answer. So nearly every legislative.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you, and I don't want this all on camera.
What?
Now, it's important to know that this viral moment is an excerpt from a much longer piece where viewers.
Wow, dude. Wow. Wow.
You're not going to.
Look at the size of her, too. And then if I show you what she looked like when she did the last debate, I would put money on the fact that she is on Ozempic and made some major changes so she can win the vote, win this governor race.
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with.
We've also.
Let's go right here. Let's do this again. Look at the smirk on the reporter's face. I love that.
We've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that.
Well, to those voters. Okay, so you.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't care.
Follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation, which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there.
Ms.
And
Porter,
we're just going to circle around.
I am an investigative
I have never had to do
reporter.
this before, ever.
You've never had to have a conversation with
to end
a
an
reporter?
interview.
I've never had to do this before. And the reporter goes, you never had to have a conversation and answer questions? You're running for mayor, bro, for governor. You're running to be the governor of California. You can't answer a couple questions? Bro, put me in that hot seat. I'll answer some questions. Let's go. Who cares?
Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
What part of I'm me? I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. So I am going to make.
So you're not going to answer questions from reporters? Okay, why don't we go through? I will continue to ask follow-up questions because that's my job as a journalist, but I will go through and ask these, and if you don't want to answer, you don't want to answer. So nearly every legislative.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you, and I don't want this all on camera.
That is a major, major liberal, far left liberal take. I don't want to have this kind of conversation. I'm uncomfortable.
And I don't want this all on camera.
I don't want this all on camera.
And I don't want unhappy. I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. Well, dude, we're just talking. This is like you're governor. People will come up and ask questions. You don't want to answer questions? What are you talking about? What planet do you live on? Well, I should say, which ocean is she from? Holy cow,
and I don't
bro,
want
this is
all
insane. Anyway, let's look at her numbers now. I was worried she might somehow pull something off. Let's take a look at the numbers. You guys ready for this? She is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's in 5th place at 5%. Steve Hilton is still in, dude, he's still neck and neck with Becerra. Blown away right now. I am blown away. Let's go to Los Angeles. Los Angeles is still at 350,000 votes. I asked ChatGPT how many people voted last time, and there was 1 million voters voted last time. And right now we only have 350,000. So we have 1/3. And with only 1/3 of the votes in, Spencer Pratt is in 2nd place, and he's 6 points below Karen Bass. Wow. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. I told you she's nuts. But Katie Porter, guys, if you guys don't know, this lady right here that was running for governor, if you don't know, she was a representative of California. So I'm going to pull this up so you can see. Katie Porter, here she is. Katie Porter, born on January 3rd, 1974, was a lawyer who served as a U.S. representative from California from 2019 till 2025. She just stepped down from that post. Graduated from Yale and Harvard. And this is what comes out of Yale and Harvard, guys. For those of you that are from Yale and Harvard, I'm sorry to say, but this is pretty sad to see. This is a product of Yale and Harvard right here. And that's why when you see things like this, and you see things like Joe Biden, this is what tells you, look, you can have a degree from the top universities, and somehow, some way, contrary to what everyone thinks, the person with no education, with no degree, with no Ivy League degree, will outperform the shit out of these people. Absolutely walk circles around these lunatics. Katie Porter. What a disaster. Okay, this is her at the debate stage. Look at the difference. Holy cow, look, hold on. Let me pull this up, dude. Let me pull this up. Look at that. Hold on. She lost her face. Where'd your face go? Look, this is Katie Porter. Right here. Okay? And then this is her again. And then she got even skinnier. This is her on the debate stage. Look at the difference. Look at that. Can you guys see that on your screen? What a difference a day makes. Is that crazy or what, dude? We have no idea. Dude, there's people that never seen her, they see her on stage for the first time in this debate. I talked to someone that, there's someone that I talked to that saw her and was impressed because she was like somehow acting like the mom between a bunch of guys. And they had no idea who she was. And then I showed them who she was and they're like, holy shit. What up, Paul? What up, guys? Yeah, dude. Insane. Men, you think it's 50 to 60 pounds. We're talking a good 100 plus pounds. She lost 100, maybe 150 pounds from this right here to, and I'm going to put them both now. Look at this. And this is not even her biggest she was. From this to this, we're talking 100 pounds, 150 pounds. Can someone guess how much that is right there? What up from Mexico? What's up, dude? What's up, Paul? Hopefully you got some of those good cigars, dude. Dude, look at that. Look at that. Terry Austin says at least 150. I'm with you, Terry. I think it's like 150 pounds, bro, because this to this, whoo, and then there's a bigger one. There's another one, dude. There's another one. Where is it at? This one. Bro. I'm of the belief if you can't take care of yourself and you can't have self-control over your own body, I don't trust you taking care of my state. Call me crazy. I don't care. But anyway, let's go back. Now we got 4 million votes. Steve Hilton is now in the lead by a hair. Oh, actually, it's 26.6 versus 26%. So, okay, let's look at the areas. Did San Diego come in? Oh, San Diego came in. San Diego is red. Look at San Diego. Uh-oh. Okay, Steve Hilton, baby. Let's go. San Diego is at 32% for Hilton and 25% for Becerra. Wow. Orange County, that's where I'm at. 34% for Hilton, 23% for Becerra. Okay, guys. We're getting started here. Let's get, some of these other locations came in. Let's take a look. Okay, some of these other came in, and Min, you were asking about these. A couple of these came in, and they're now red, as you can see. Bright red, deep red, blood red almost. And some of these came in. These are red. We got Eureka. Hopefully Eureka's red. This is the Humboldt County. Come on, Humboldt. We all know what Humboldt's known for. BB Florida is asking, how did Spencer do? This is Spencer. Spencer is trailing. Spencer's behind by a lot. 30% versus 36%, but it's not over yet because we're only seeing a third of the votes. Okay, guys? Roughly a third of the votes are in. That's all we're seeing. Right now, there's 360,000 votes. Okay, 360,000 votes are in for the Los Angeles mayor race. And last time, there was roughly 1 million votes. So we're still waiting for another 600,000 votes to come in. Okay, so we're only 1/3 of the way through in LA. Hopefully, we're looking at, the blue side only, and the red side comes in strong. We got our fingers crossed. Now, let's hop back into our governor race. In this race, last time there were 11 million votes for this governor race. There was 11 million votes. And as of now, we're looking at only 4 million. Okay, so we're not done yet. What's most important for us, definitely for us that are outside of LA and inside of LA, all of us, what's most important for us is this governor race. This is going to, if we can pull it off, if Steve Hilton can pull it off, this is going to break the grip that the Democrats have had on California for what seems like a lifetime. It's been forever. I mean, I can't remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor. Ah, come on. Oh, a little more just came in. Okay, Steve Hilton is now almost a full point ahead of Javier Becerra. And let's take a look and see what has come in. Okay, it looks like this area, Humboldt, came in. Steve Hilton in Humboldt is beating Becerra, but they're both behind Steyer or Steyer. Monster says, get your facts straight. Are you talking to me? JTS, that was Biden. What are you trying to say? Are you talking to me? I can't tell. Okay, so more votes came in. More votes are here. Let's take a look. Okay, Steve Hilton in San Diego, 32 versus 25 for Becerra. Oh, Monster says not you. He was talking to JT. Okay, so gotcha. Imperial County, I guess, is a county. Imperial County. Becerra's winning. Hilton's. Oh, they like Bianco. Okay. How about, you know what I'm curious about? Is what about this whole San Bernardino? Oh, wow. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So here's a crazy part. Julie, I agree. Go San Diego. San Diego's doing some work. So look at this, guys. This area that I'm showing you on your screen right now, this is the San Bernardino County. This is where Bianco was a sheriff, or still is. And I thought Bianco would be killing it here, but he's actually 2 points behind. Actually, let's call it 1.5 points roughly behind Becerra, but he's a full, call it 3.5 points behind Hilton. So Steve Hilton in Bakersfield is beating Bianco. And that's why I said earlier, as much as I like Bianco and what he stands for, I still think Bianco should have allowed Hilton to run on his own, and Bianco should have ran as his lieutenant governor, or, look for something else, because this is bigger than him. This governor thing, this election is bigger than Bianco. It's bigger than Hilton. It's bigger than all of them. And you had Donald Trump back up Hilton. And so we should have let Hilton run it. I mean, he's already beating Bianco in his own county. Guys, I mean, what more is there to say about that? Isn't he the reality star ex-boyfriend? You're talking about Pratt? BB in Florida. Yeah, Bianco should have done that. Bianco should have waited. Yeah, Pratt is... So we still have not gotten a change with this Los Angeles mayor race. Spencer Pratt is still 6 points or so behind Karen Bass. Someone says here, why not put concerns towards world hunger or climate change? Well, climate change is not a real thing. Oh, the sheriff? Was he really? I didn't know he was a reality star's husband. I didn't know that. That's news to me. But also world hunger. We've been ending... You know who's been ending world hunger more than any other Democrat in the world? The biggest entrepreneurs of our country have been ending world hunger quicker than any Democrat on this planet. All of our beneficiaries of capitalism have done the most to end world hunger. Okay, so we're still at 360. This hasn't changed. And right now, Steve Hilton is still about a full point ahead of Becerra. Let's see what you guys are saying in these comments here. I'm reading some of these comments, these chats. Let me see here. What do we got going on here? Andrew brought up a good point. the reason is you need to take care of your corner of the world before you can take care of others. Very true. Smog and everything. Hey man, what do you think of Chad? Bro, I think I like what Chad stands for, but I think Chad should have sat this one out and let Hilton have like a more guaranteed win. Terry Austin says, I bet Katie came back all her weight and then some. Yeah. Katie, after this, is going to be having a lot of ding dongs. If those are even still a thing. Do they make ding dongs still? She's gonna be ODing on ding dongs and all kinds of chocolate, I bet you. She's gonna go into hiding for a little while. What else we got? Oh, climate change isn't a thing. Elon Musk opened a planet that ruined a whole city before they knew anything, destroying eco. What are you talking about, bro? Bro, JT Graves, you just believe every single thing CNN tells you, right? You don't do any of your own research. That's okay. That's what we're here for, bro. We're here to show you climate change is a hoax. And let's see. Yeah, Ozempic is a disaster. Unless you do a lot of other stuff. People just take Ozempic and sit on their couch and they continue eating chocolate and ice cream, and it becomes an absolute nightmare, destroys their bodies. I heard that if you do actually go to the gym and do all this other stuff and you eat right, Ozempic helps a lot. But people don't have the capability to do that. People don't have self-restraint, self-control. And so that's not in their cards. Paul says, Retta Trutide. Yes, sir. That is by far way better than Ozempic. You are right, sir. I gotta say. And by the way, Paul, I've seen your cigars, and I'm very, very much liking what I see. You got some really good Cubans, as do I. I got a lot of nice Cubans, bro. Love those Cubans, and I've been aging them for years and years and years. I have them. I have a 6-foot tall humidor, and I just keep them. I put them in there and I age them, and they come out so nice, as you know. All right, let's take a look. What's going on? So guys, again, we're only seeing 1/3 of the votes for this Los Angeles mayor race, and it's not changing very quickly. It doesn't surprise us. We know Los Angeles doesn't have their shit together. They can't do anything right. California, we were a nightmare last time we had votes, and we had to count our votes when we had the presidential election. And it took us forever to count those votes. And now we got the governor race and we got the LA mayor race. And these are both they're taking forever to come in. And on both of them, we're only seeing 1/3. I like this. 001 USA says climate change equals Democrats sending jobs to China, where pollution and labor atrocities are 100 times worse. Well said, buddy. Well said on that. I'm going to put that up again. Yeah, I agree with Karen. Karen says, just don't see Karen Bass could possibly win without cheating, especially after all the horrific betrayals and disgusting things she's done to LA citizens. Guys, somehow, look at Karen Bass, dude. It's on top of the leaderboard. It's crazy to see this. I know, Paul. It's a long process collecting them. It's a lot of work, bro, and it's not cheap. It's not cheap, especially if you live in America. It's not cheap. These are the race. You're seeing it on your screen for the mayor race, Gigglebush. We still haven't seen an update yet. We're waiting to get another update on this. So Karen Bass is leading at 36%. Spencer Pratt's at 30%. So Spencer Pratt is 6% lower. Laura Bev is seeing San Diego. You're absolutely right. Let's pull up San Diego. So right now, we just got another baby update, and it looks like Steve Hilton is 1 point ahead of Becerra. And if you go into, let me see if I can pull up, see if it lets me pull up here. I want to make, oh, there we go. So what you're looking at here, this is San Diego right here. So you see San Diego. Now check out the numbers for San Diego. Steve Hilton is winning by quite a bit, by 6%. So San Diego is doing really good. San Diego's helping a lot. So you got 150,000 votes for Hilton and 111,000 for Becerra. Orange County, we're doing the most. 138,000 votes for Hilton. And the next runner-up is only 93,000. We're doing a lot here. And part of that is myself. Susie says, praying California flips red, electric cars suck, and portly porters suck. Needs a lot more than Ozempic to make herself look better. I agree, dude. Come on, LA. Come on, baby. You can do it. Come on, LA. You guys aren't that messed up, are you? You guys aren't that jacked up in the head, are you? Come on, LA. Yes, sir. Beautiful Bill. Come on, LA. Spencer Pratt, dude. Come on, dude. Oh, how could anybody vote for Karen Bass? Should I ask ChatGPT? Because I can't think of any reason why would anyone vote? Let's ask ChatGPT. Let me see if I can do this on with the voice. Let's see if this works. Let's see. Let's see what chat says about this. Why would anyone in their right mind vote for Karen Bass?
They wouldn't if they didn't think she aligned with their priorities. People pick candidates based on policy, trust, and what they think that person can deliver. If you disagree, it just means you value something else entirely.
Oh, come on, dude. You're giving me some weak answer. Tell me why would a Democrat vote for Karen Bass?
They see her as a continuation of what they want. They believe she'll push policies on housing, social programs, and law enforcement reforms that align with their values. Whether you think those policies are effective or not.
Has she done well in any of those areas?
By the numbers, homelessness in LA has gone up during her time. Crime hasn't been magically fixed either. She's gotten funding for housing programs and some policies passed, but the results so far are mixed. If you want blunt, she hasn't turned the ship around yet.
Wow. So if you were in Los Angeles, I don't think you would vote for her either.
Based on outcomes alone, I wouldn't be impressed. But I'm not here to vote. I'm here to tell you the straight truth. If you want better leadership, push for someone with measurable results, not just promises.
Wow, guys. Holy cow. Not even chat would vote for Karen Bass, bro. Oh, I gotta cut this and make a little Instagram reel out of that. Oh my goodness, dude. She just got rocked by chat. Oh my God, bro. That's hilarious. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I literally just asked liberal, left-leaning chat. And even left-leaning chat is not impressed, said that everything got worse under her, under her leadership. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Holy cow, dude. What is this guy saying? Joe Schmo says, man, that AI was really funny for your dumb MAGA brain. LMAO. Oh, really? You make no sense, bro. You make no sense. Wow. Let's see, where are we at on this stuff? Holy cow. Someone is Johnny Vega saying, did Bass win? Bro, we only have 1/3 of the votes in so far. We're waiting for another 2/3 of the vote. Yeah. Gigglebush, I can't believe that. I can't imagine what you just said. I can't imagine there being a Republican governor for California and a Republican mayor for LA both at the same time. I don't even know. I don't even know. It's insane. I can't even imagine it. But I wouldn't be surprised because in California, we're completely bent out of shape, and it doesn't matter who you ask. Actually, it does matter who you ask, but if you probe those people a little bit, there's nothing that could be said. You just saw Chat GPT just told you right there. It said that she actually made things worse. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So that tells you what I just told you earlier, that Los Angeles, they vote for color of people's skin, their race, and their gender. They don't vote for results or policy or ideas or plans or anything like that. Let's take a look at some of your chats here. Steve Hilton wins. We will get the right down to the job. Yeah. Yeah. Karen says, if Steve Hilton wins, he will get right down to the job of stopping the fraud, getting crime under control, and balancing California's budget and reducing taxes. He says the first $100,000 we make as Californians would not be taxable. I think that's pretty aggressive, but I think he can go even further. If he does the right things, dude, if anybody in their right mind is in charge of California, they could literally, with the size of the economy that we have, they could shake things up, reduce spending to a point where probably the first 200K or 300K of our income is not taxable. They really could do that. We spend way too much money on things that not only don't make results, they have the opposite effect of what they're intended for. That's the problem. That is our big issue with California. California spends way too much money on things that end up having the opposite effect. Let's look at this race. Okay, 4.1, and we got Steve Hilton still 1 point higher than Becerra, but we still have 2/3 of the votes to come in, so we're waiting. Expressmate says Trump is very stupid. Okay, why? Why? Because you don't like America? Because he's making America great again? Is this why? Or does it make you mad that his hats are not made in China? China. Huh? Is that why? Is that because his hats are actually made here in the USA? Does that make you mad, bro? They're made right here in the USA. Yeah, we got a bunch of newbies in here today. But guys, we're watching this race and it keeps inching. We're getting, they're kind of dripping in. These votes are coming in. And we had Steve Hilton second place. Now he's in first place again. Hell yeah, beautiful Bill. Love it, dude. Love it. Beautiful Bill, we got to get you a dark Rep America hat sometime. Someone says put him on. Put who on? Oh, Hilton on Fox? Oh, yeah, let's put him on. Hell yeah. Let's get Hilton on.
I can't wait to start campaigning for the general election tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Thank you.
Let's see. We're going to get Hilton on here. Hold on. Where is Hilton? Let's get Hilton, dude. Okay, this is the Hilton campaign. This is it right here. So we got and now we're looking at the numbers, and he's a full point ahead right now. And let me zoom out of California real quick. Yeah. Okay, we're still about the same. Okay, we're zoomed out of California. We got the numbers on the screen. Let me see. Can you guys see those numbers? Yeah, there you go. All right. And now, this is Tom Steyer. No, we don't want that. This is Steve Hilton right here. Let's take a listen. Okay, there's no sound yet. This is the Steve Hilton. And they got, are those MAGA hats? Oh. This is the Steve Hilton election night stage. They look like it. I think they are MAGA hats. Hard to tell. Guys, if we get if we get a Republican governor in California, oh boy. Oh, that's going to shake things up in the whole country. That's going to show that the Democrats have been making major mistakes.
From Huntington Beach, your next Attorney General, Michael E. Gates.
They have been making mistakes so bad that one of the bluest states in the nation is now red and is totally pissed off and totally bent out of shape we're completely pissed. Attorney General.
What an awesome night tonight, isn't it?
Let me turn this up.
Boy, do we all have so much to celebrate in California. Herb Morgan did a very, very good job of introducing the numbers. The golden ticket is going to win tonight. We are so thankful to be here tonight with everybody. I just want to also thank my wife and my family for being with me on stage tonight. My wife and I just celebrated 29 short years together. I also want to thank all of our supporters who got us here today. All the donors, all the supporters, all the folks who were saying that they're going to help get the vote out. Thank you to all the supporters. And also my team, my campaign team has just done a tremendous job. So thank you for that, to them for that. We have had so many wins that led up to tonight. I launched the campaign January 14th. And when I launched the campaign, we lined up endorsements ahead of time and we cleared the field. We literally got or ensured that there were a couple other candidates who were thinking of getting in this race, and we cleared the field. We lined up the endorsements ahead of time, and all of the endorsements said, "We cannot endorse you. We are with Michael Gates." In addition to that, we've raised, just in 16 weeks, we have raised over $1 million. Outraising the incumbent, Rob Bonta. Outraising the incumbent, Rob Bonta, by almost $500,000. And as you know, this is now a two-way race, right? After tonight's victory, it's me versus the incumbent, Rob Bonta. And do we need a new Attorney General in California? Absolutely. In fact, as I have said on the campaign trail, you have heard me say it, California is in a rare position right now. We actually have an opportunity to elect a real attorney for Attorney General for the state of California. We all know right now, under Rob Bonta's leadership, for the past 5 years, since he was appointed by Newsom in 2021 to be the California Attorney General, I know. He was appointed in 2021. He came out of the legislature, 10 years in the legislature. He was plucked out of obscurity and plopped in as our Attorney General by Newsom in 2021. Rob Bonta would not have gotten elected to that position at that time had he been subject to an election. He owes Newsom all of his political fortunes because of that appointment. And since he's been in office, ladies and gentlemen, we know that Rob Bonta has been continuing to conduct himself as a career politician, not as a lawyer. In fact, it's pretty safe to say that he has been running cover for corruption, and he has been running interference on truth, justice, including criminal justice. Rob Bonta has refused to fight corruption since he's been in office in 2021. You heard what Herb Morgan just talked about in terms of the waste, fraud, and abuse that's amassed in California. We all know it's nearly $500 billion, right? Do you know that that number has amassed for over the past 5 years since Rob Bonta has been in office? Do you also know that the state attorney general came out with a report and said that state leadership had known. So Rob Bonta had known about the waste, fraud, and abuse years prior and chose to do nothing about it. He has also refused to fight crime. California, ladies and gentlemen, according to FBI data, when you look at violent crime, California is one of the most dangerous states to live in the country. Can you believe that? It's number 6 in violent crime across the nation. California is quite literally one of the most dangerous states to live in, and we have Rob Bonta to thank for that. And we know now, too, that Rob Bonta keeps the company of criminals. Have you heard of former Mayor Sheng Tao of Oakland? Subject to many federal indictments, multiple counts under federal indictment. Have you heard of Andy Duong? His political ally and his political supporter, also federally indicted. Have you heard of former Mayor Eileen Wang of Arcadia? The Chinese operative, also a friend of Rob Bonta, and China wanted her to come to the United States, get into politics, and influence government officials just like Rob Bonta. We need a change in California.
Big time. Big time.
We do not need career politicians as top cops in California. On the other hand, as I said, California has an opportunity to elect a real attorney for the California Attorney General. I have not only tried many multi-million-dollar cases at trial, but I've argued before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, the Court of Appeals, and I'm actually a member of the United States Supreme Court Bar. Ladies and gentlemen, when I am Attorney General, on day one, I will have the authority to do the following. On day one, we are going to prosecute corruption. Yes.
Hell yeah.
The nearly $500 billion of waste, fraud, and abuse that we're hearing about, I am going to prosecute that corruption. And its justice is not going to look like lengthy and protracted investigations that lead to nowhere. Justice is going to be swift. It's going to be diligent. People will go to jail no matter what office they held.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
And I am going to use the criminal justice system to claw back that money and return it to the taxpayer. We are going to fight crime across the state of California. I was the city attorney of Huntington Beach for 10 years. I was the top prosecutor here in Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach, the 23rd largest city in the state of California, 200,000 residents, 15 million visitors a year. Ladies and gentlemen, we made Huntington Beach in the top 10 safest cities in the entire state of California. And we had no magic wand. There was no magic recipe. We literally enforced the same state laws that are on the books that Rob Bonta could be enforcing across the state of California. Literally the same laws. And when I'm Attorney General, I am going to make sure that every city in the state of California is as safe as Huntington Beach. In fact, I have already said that when Mayor Spencer Pratt is sworn into office and he attempts to clean up Los Angeles, and he has met with resistance by his other city leaders, including the council and perhaps the police department, he will need a friend in the Attorney General's office. I have already offered to him that I will be his friend, I will have his back, I will help him clean up Los Angeles. We will make it happen. When I am Attorney General, we are going to be compliant with all federal laws. That includes immigration law, that includes election integrity laws. And ladies and gentlemen, I am going to protect your constitutional rights. That means the First Amendment and the Second Amendment too.
Nice.
On day one, every one of my 58 sheriffs across the state of California, they're going to be on notice that if they do not issue concealed carry weapons permits within 90 days, they're in violation of the Second Amendment.
Hell yeah, dude. Love this.
Have you heard of the Stop Nick Shirley Act? That's an attack on your First Amendment right. Freedom of speech and freedom of the press. When I am the Attorney General, even if that bill is signed into law, the Stop Nick Shirley Act will die. I will have it deemed. I will have it deemed unconstitutional. I am going to fight for your constitutional rights. And we are also going to protect the most vulnerable in our society. We are going to be Title IX compliant up and down the state of California in all of our education and sports programs. We're going to protect our young girls and our young women. We're going to get boys and men out of girls' sports. Have you also heard that Rob Bonta has filed lawsuits against hospitals, including a children's hospital? He filed those lawsuits to force them to perform trans surgeries on minors.
Wow.
When I am Attorney General, I am going to dismiss those lawsuits on day one. And I am also going to send a message to the entire medical community that if you mutilate a child, I will prosecute you. And I am also going to work to defend the laws of the land. Voter ID is on the ballot in November. It has 85% support of Californians right now. When it passes and it becomes the law of the land, do we think honestly that Rob Bonta is going to defend that law? No. Ladies and gentlemen, let me put it to you simply. In order for your ID, which will pass based on your vote in November, in order for voter ID to stand, you need an Attorney General like me who will show up to court and defend the voter ID law that you passed at the ballot box. I can guarantee you that Rob Bonta will not show up to court. He will allow it to fail in court. This is for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. We have got to rescue California. I am in this race to rescue California. And I am so honored to be on the Colden ticket. Steve Hilton is going to be an excellent CEO for the state of California. He's wicked smart, he's identified all of the problems, and he's got solutions mapped out for all of the problems. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very lucky in California right now to have the quality of candidates that we have running for office. Herb Morgan's fantastic, Gloria Romero, Sonia Shaw for education, and Steve Hilton as our next governor for the state of California.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We have got to win in November. We need your help. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's rescue California together. Thank you all. God bless you. God bless you.
Those are not MAGA hats. One of them says, make California great again. And the other one says, Governor Hilton. All right. So we got our new Attorney General, and he's coming out strong, guys. Holy smokes. We're getting some more votes in, but we're still only at 4.1 million votes for California. Even though they're kind of trickling in, we're seeing Steve Hilton is 1 point above Javier Becerra. And now, still the same, Spencer Pratt is way behind Karen Bass. But only 1/3 of the votes are in. Lord Bev says, I'm praying a change. I know a lot of us in San Diego are ready, and a lot of us in Orange County are ready as well. Thank you to our fellow Californians in San Diego, together with Orange County and all the other red counties. We're going to make a change, and I'll show you what I mean. This right here is the California governor race. This is California. You can see down here, right down here towards the bottom, this, let me see if I can pull this up even more for you. Let's see here. This down here is San Diego, nice and red. Orange County, a little darker red. And all of these other counties, Tulare, Fresno, Madera. Oh.
From Orange County, introducing Director of Cal Dodge and your next Congresswoman from the 47th District, Jenny Ray LaRue.
I've got good news for you. I think I'm just going to say the word Bonta, right? Is that how we do it? Awesome. Well, Rob Bonta and Gavin Newsom are shaking right now. And California is ready for change. Woo! In January.
All right, so we're going to go right here. Actually, I'm going to put this on. We have Mimi Mahtab says, we have red in LA too. Me and two of my besties voted Republican this weekend. Awesome. Good going, Mahtab. Glad to have you join the club. It's a wonderful thing. Hopefully you can make a difference here, but I would just say that Spencer Pratt, if you could see your screen, is leading by, is behind by 7%, unfortunately. However, again, keep in mind, we only have 1/3 of the votes in.
Didn't know who I was that you will not believe. First, we found that substance abuse funding was being reappropriated under the federal fraud prosecution limit of $1.5 million into 500 microgrants that funds a get out the vote system for Democrats. Why is this so crazy? Because you and I, the taxpayers of California, are paying to war against ourselves. And so when Becerra is all of a sudden the man of the hour, they activate their 500 plus NGO network and they say, guess who our guy is today? And we, the people of California, pay for them to knock doors, to harvest ballots, and to go to schools. This is explicitly illegal under their 501c3 charters. And Gavin Newsom's press office tried to defend it by saying that they are not engaged in partisan activity, which is the only kind of activity that they are a part of. And we immediately referred them to the US DOJ. Our second case was a case of a Green New Deal scam in California. $1 billion dedicated to put solar panels on the roof of affordable housing in California. But there's just one problem. The affordable housing owners are developers, but the voters are the residents of those buildings. And so what they did, instead of spending $1 billion on the solar panels.
Okay, so let's take a look at these. We're at 4.1 million votes in for California, but the last election we had 11 million votes. So we'll see. I see some comments here trying to see if you're talking to me, please at me so I can know you're talking to me. I see some people asking questions, but I think you're talking to each other. If you are asking me, please at me so I know. So we only have 1/3 of the votes for California race and for the LA governor race, LA mayor race. And Spencer Pratt is still 7% behind Karen Bass. Okay, so Karen Bass, huh? They want more of Karen Bass. You guys missed it. I had a conversation. If you guys just jumping on, I had a conversation with ChatGPT, and he couldn't tell me. Watch this. You guys want me to do it again? Go. What is it? Pickle Man says, "Hey man, what would you like Steve to start off with? Lowering taxes, removing the extra tax on gas, removing all the bullshit that is holding us back, all the stupid policy that's holding us back, all the issues that are slowing us, all the things that are slowing us down with building, bringing taxpayers back to California." I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. I asked ChatGPT if he would vote for Karen Bass, and he said no. Wow, dude. Liberals vote, again, guys, I'm going to say it again. Liberals vote for the color of people's skin, their race, and their gender. And that's why Karen Bass has any votes. She's up by 7% right now. But why would you have any votes? Why would anybody vote for Karen Bass? She made everything worse. Everything worse. Everything is worse. Or non-gender, yeah. But they still consider that voting by gender. You guys want me to do ChatGPT again? That was kind of fun. I'll do it again. You guys ready?
Take care, and we'll chat again when you need me.
We were talking about Karen Bass, and Karen Bass, for all the things that matter, it seems like, has she improved anything for California?
If we're being brutally honest, no sweeping turnaround stands out. Homelessness, affordability, and crime remain persistent issues. She's made moves, like declaring homelessness a state of emergency, but tangible improvements at scale haven't materialized yet. In short, efforts, yes. Clear success, not yet.
You're saying clear success, that there weren't any tangible improvements, but isn't it true that a lot of these things actually got worse during Karen Bass's time?
Yes, some metrics worsened. Homelessness rose despite emergency efforts, and crime hasn't seen a sharp drop. So, yes, on the ground, some key issues are worse. If results define success, she hasn't delivered it.
You're saying again that crime hasn't seen a sharp drop, but isn't it true that crime went up a little bit?
Yes, it did. Certain crime categories actually increased. So it's not that things stayed flat, it's that some got worse. That's the reality, no sugarcoating.
You're saying some got worse, but isn't it true that most of the things that are important to our citizens have gotten worse?
In the eyes of many Angelinos, yes. The big pain points, homelessness, cost of living, and public safety, haven't improved. For many, they've gotten worse. So if we're measuring by what matters to the average resident, yes, most things that matter have deteriorated.
So now I'm looking at the current voting results, and Karen Bass is leading the race by 7 points. That absolutely makes no sense. Why would anyone in their right minds vote for Karen Bass? unless they're voting for the color of her skin, her race, or her gender.
No, it's not about race or gender. People vote based on alignment with their ideology or party. If she's leading, it's because voters trust her more than the alternative. Maybe they fear the other candidate's policies even more. It's about perceived values or party loyalty, not shallow factors.
So they'll vote for someone that has given them the worse results, has not only not improved anything but made things worse, just because they're not that they align with their party.
Often, yes. Voters prioritize party alignment and familiar policies over perfection. Even if outcomes aren't stellar, they may fear the other side's approach more, or believe incremental progress is still better than a drastic change. It's not always rational. Politics is tribal.
Yeah, but I think one of the big points you're missing are a lot of these people that vote blue are also voting for her because of the color of her skin, her gender, and her race.
No, that's an oversimplification. People choose candidates for
No,
their...
I think you're just a liberal AI. Maybe I should go ask Grok.
You can ask whoever you want. Doesn't bother me. But facts are facts. People vote for their interests as they see them.
So you're telling me nobody voted for her because she's a woman?
I'm telling you that the vast majority are driven by party
Are you
loyalty.
telling me nobody voted for her because she's a woman?
I'm not saying nobody.
Are you telling me nobody voted for her because she's black or perceived to be black?
I'm saying that the overwhelming driver is political alignment and policy, not someone's race. A few people might consider identity, but that's far from the dominant reason.
I think you are a super liberal AI, and I wish there was a way that I could adjust that knob of your political leaning, but it's all good. See you later. So there you have it, guys. There is our chat. That chat is pissing me off too, but it did tell you it did tell you that she not only did not improve anything, she made things worse. And that's a liberal chat. So, Bill, I just saw that. I don't know why this is not adjusting right here. Okay, here we go. So okay. All right, let's keep looking at these numbers because these are not changing, dude. We only have to freaking California, man. I'm telling you, they rig our voting too. They rig our voting here in California. We only have a third of the votes in. Steve Hilton should win. Pratt should win. But these Democrats cheat. They've been cheating our state for years. Let's take a look. So I just did a sorting here to see which areas have the most votes in already for California. And if you look, most of these areas that have like this, for example, Amador, Kings, Alpine, Mariposa, Del Norte, Tulum, Sierra, these all have 79% of the votes in, 70%, 73%, and they're red. Of course, those are all orange is there as well, 58%. some of these counties that only have 50%. Where are the rest? That's only page 1 of 3. They're blue. These are red here, huh? Yeah, a lot of these are blue. Okay. Let's go back. So you're seeing a lot of these that have the majority of their votes in are heavily red. So we'll have to take a closer look because Steve Hilton is winning by only 1% still. But these Democrats cheat, dude. These Democrats cheat. The yellow, you're asking what's the yellow? The yellow looks like is Bianco. So Bianco, Steyer and Bianco are both yellow. And this one here, Steyer is yellow. Let's look at these. This one here, Bianco's yellow. Here, Steyer. So you got Steyer and Bianco are yellow. I know you're asking in the chat. Yeah, our state is totally corrupt. Our state would be very happy if there was no democracy whatsoever. I know our country is a constitutional republic, but they would rather game it to where it's only Democrat forever, which goes against our country's constitutional republic. They want to game it. They don't want it to be fair. But it's okay. I think we're going to make out with this one. I wish, again, guys, I'm going to say this again for those that have just joined. I would have liked, again, as much as I'm down for Chad Bianco, I would have rather had Chad Bianco sit this one out and allow Steve Hilton to be too big to rig. See, right now, what I have on your screen, first place is Steve Hilton. He's the Republican. Then you got Javier Becerra, Democrat. Then you got Tom Steyer, Democrat. Then in fourth place, you got Chad Bianco, another Republican. So the two Republicans there are Steve Hilton and Chad Bianco. Chad Bianco's fourth place. He's got 470,000 votes. Steve Hilton has 1.1 million votes. If Chad Bianco would have allowed Steve Hilton to gobble up those votes, Steve Hilton would be too big to rig. And they didn't allow that to happen. It's understandable, but again, guys, in my opinion, this is bigger than any one of them. So they got to do something with this, man. It's not cool. We needed to flip California and be sure of a flip, not playing games and oh, maybe I'll win, maybe you'll win. No, dude. I think he should have let him win, but it's all good. So guys, again, we're sitting at a 1-point lead, and it just got even. The lead got a little bit better for Steve Hilton because we just got a few more trickle. We still only have 1/3 of the votes in. We had Arnold Schwarzenegger. So in 2003, we had Arnold Schwarzenegger as a Republican. But he was not like a Steve Hilton Republican. So guys, when are these damn votes going to come in for California? What are we sitting on? What are we doing? California's trying to rig this election again. That's what's happening. So I'm flipping around on these little things on the side here. Let me pull this into the other feed as well, your Instagram feed. So if you look, I'm flipping on these Paula Market and Kalshi. These both show Javier Becerra winning. 99%, 97%. They show Javier Becerra. Maybe they know that California is going to rig this election. Who is Skynills talking about? Lady is asking, is there mail-in vote for California? Yes. Yes. There is mail-in. So a lot of the votes will be mail-in. So guys, again, last time we had a governor race, it was a roughly 11 million votes. Right now, we only have 4.2 million. And in the Los Angeles mayor race, we had 1 million, and right now we only have 370,000. So there will be a lot of them will be mail-in. Who is Skynills talking to? You? Second? Him? I don't know what you're trying to say. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it. It's getting late, and I think we got to go ahead and call it a day for now and wake up and see what happens tomorrow and the following day. This is where California, these Democrats in our state end up rigging our elections. They are doing something behind the scenes, and they're jacking this whole thing up. Beautiful Bill says, Sky is talking to you. Talking to me? What are you trying to say? Why don't you say what you're trying to say instead of, doing some abbreviations and all this stuff? What is it you're trying to say? Say what you want to say and get a real answer. Otherwise, we're going to call it a day. So what we got is only a third of the votes in for LA and only a third of the votes in for California governor race. So for the mayor race in LA and the governor race in California, a third of the votes are in. Spencer Pratt is down by 7 points in the LA race. Steve Hilton is up by a solid 1 point as a few more just trickled in. So that's where we're at. And if we go to the Steve Hilton stage, we're paying attention to the stage here to see what's going to happen. Is he going to come out and talk?
For immigrants,
destroyed this state. I just want to encourage all of you that you've made the right choice to be here tonight. This whole trip, this whole journey.
There's far better qualified candidates than me. Why did you choose Herb Morgan? He looked at me and he said, Herb, I wanted somebody I could see.
California, that we could afford grocery costs, that our grocery prices come down, and we make California more affordable, so your kids and our grandkids could grow up in California that we grew up in with more opportunity than what we had growing up. And that's what this is all about. Elections are about the future, and the future of what we had growing up. And that's what this is all about. Elections are about the future, and the future of California is bright. And the reason why it's bright is because we have the next governor of California here tonight, and that name is Steve Hilton.
Let's go, baby. So we're still waiting. They're waving the things in the air like he's going to come out. It's 10:04. We got sound.
He's coming here. Please move. Come this way.
They're saying that he's walking this way. I think we're going to see Steve Hilton right now on stage. Let's see what he has to say. Only 1/3 of the votes are in, and he's up by 1 point. Sky Nils is saying something about generation, and I'm a second generation. No, I'm a second generation. What does that even mean? That doesn't even make sense. And then, by the way, you use the wrong there. Talking about, can you read? I'm sorry, you used the wrong your poppy would be sad. That's the wrong your, by the way. That's a you are poppy. So once you get that straight, there's Steve Hilton, guys, on stage. Here we go. Let's see what he has to say.
Thank you. Well, you've been there right from the beginning. So you got all the gear. Thank you so much. Thank you We're not quite there. He's got a hat saying Governor Hilton. That's November, right? So about a week ago, when we were planning this event, I wanted to put a message on the stage here. And I wrote these words, and I thought, is that a little premature to write the words, change is coming? I don't think so, because change is coming. Change is coming to California. Change is coming to California, and it's long overdue. I want to just say something from my heart to every single person who's voted for me. We're not there yet, but it's looking good. It looks very much as if Californians really will have the chance to vote for change in November and take our state in a new direction, a fresh start for our state, which is long overdue. But I just want to say something to every single person who voted for me, and every single person who voted in this election, whether you voted for me or not. I am here for you, for every single one of you. Because I have to tell you, it's the greatest honor of my life to stand before you now. Well over 1 million Californians have put their faith in me.
This is live, guys.
The number is rising. But here's what I want to say as someone who is a new American citizen. So proud to be an American. So proud to be a Californian. What an incredible honor. The first time I've run for office, over 1 million people and rising, voting for me to take this incredible state in a new direction. And I know that some of you may be watching and saying, who is this guy with a funny accent? Thinks he can be governor of California. Well, you know, there was actually an immigrant who was governor of California not that long ago.
2003.
Not that long ago. And I remember when I became an American citizen, that certain governor you may remember. He said, congratulations. He made a very nice video. He said, but Steve, you got to get the wrong jacket. You got the wrong jacket. And I made a pledge that day that one day I would get the jacket that Arnold told me to get on my road to being governor of California. And here it is. I am a proud American. There's the jacket.
Damn.
And I am a very proud Californian.
Damn.
A very proud.
Damn, love that jacket.
That was for you. Yes, exactly. So, you didn't see it. All right. Look. and California. California. So I've been traveling this state for the last year. We started off a scrappy little startup, just a handful of rebels, believing that this state could be better than it is today. We're already the best place in the world, no question about that. There's nowhere better than California. But we all know that this state has gone off track and we need to get it back on track. And I've seen the struggle that Californians are facing today. That is the word, and it's a very sad thing to say about our beautiful state. And I've been on the road and doing hundreds of events and the town halls and all the people that come, and I see it in your eyes, the struggle of running a small business, the struggle for working people in California. Young people who don't see their future in California anymore, who think that they have to move to another state to have that dream of owning their own home that we used to offer better than anywhere else in the world. That's what we need to get back for California. The belief that we can offer that. And so to every young person watching in California, whether you voted for me or not tonight, I just want you to know that I see you. I believe in you. I know that you can do it. I know that we can do it. We can make California a place where when you work hard, it's not just a struggle. That's why my plan is so simple and practical, not ideological. We've had enough ideology in California, haven't we? It's time. It's time for positive, practical things. I'm fighting for working people in California so that you can keep more of what you earn. The best way to put money in people's pockets is to take less out of it in the first place. And that's what I'll do as your governor. Your first 100 grand tax-free.
There you go.
Simple, practical things to make life less of a struggle for working people and for small businesses.
I think if he runs California properly and does the budget right and removes all the excess spending that we do on programs that do nothing for the people they're intended for, he could make the first 200 to 300K tax-free.
Most of my career has been in business. I've run small businesses, including restaurants. That is a tough business, by the way. And here's how we're going to help small business in California. Number one, simple, practical things. $800 every business has to pay to the government just for existing. That's crazy. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to help small business.
Yeah, dude. It's insane.
Working
right now, I'm in California. When I open an LLC, it's $800 plus.
People in California paying the highest
for nothing. You didn't even do anything yet. You got to pay $800 for what?
Gas prices in the country. That's insane when we have abundant oil reserves right here in California. As long as we are using oil and gas in California, let's use California oil and gas. That's the plan. And that way, we can get our gas prices down. $3 gas. That's the plan.
Right now, our gas is $6.
Electric bills, the highest in the country, double the national average. We can have a sensible energy policy, cut your electric bills in half. This is the kind of thing that we need to make our state Cal-affordable. Cal-affordable.
Yep.
So we restore that basic dream, a good job where you make enough to raise your family in a home of your own, in a safe neighborhood with a good school so your kids can have a better life. That's the plan. That's what I'm fighting for every working person, every small business, every young person in California that wants to stay in this state. What have we done in California, the greatest place on earth, that people are leaving our state? For hundreds of years, people have come to California to follow their dreams. But now they're leaving. Well, that's what we're going to turn around. We are going to make California the best place in the world to start and run a business, to start and raise a family. This is the place. This is the place. This is the place where we're going to make that happen. And it's not just for all of us in California, not just for everyone in our state, our friends and neighbors, our families who are looking.
Right on. Yeah, I'm in Orange County as well. I'm in Orange County. Beautiful Bill, you said you're a coffee snob. Did I recommend coffee to you yet?
for a better life, that dream of a better life. It's actually really important for our country. Here's something you may have heard me say many times, and I'm going to say it tonight to everybody. This is not just any other state. California means to America what America means to the world. We have a responsibility to revive California, so it is once again that symbol of everything that is great about our nation. Energy and optimism and ambition, the rebel spirit of California.
Beautiful Bill, try some coffee, which happens to be California coffee, roasted in California at least. I've tried every single coffee possible, imaginable, every single one. I've tried the most expensive ones, anything you could imagine, the craftiest made ones, whatever you want to call it. But I want you to try this one time. It's called Joshua Tree Breakfast Bliss. Joshua Tree Breakfast Bliss. It's the absolute greatest coffee you've ever had in your life. And I really am curious what you think about it.
It's meant that over the centuries, we've built the most incredible businesses and industries. We've turned barren land into the world's most fertile farmland. And when I'm governor, the water will be flowing to our farmers so we can grow the healthy food that's going to make our country and the world healthy again. Los Angeles, from a desert to the entertainment industry that turned the world into a place of joy and creativity. We're going to save our entertainment industry. We're going to bring Hollywood home. We are going to make every business, small, medium, every sector. That's who I'm fighting for. The energy, the optimism, the ambition, the innovation. We've got it all here in California. We've got everything we need for this state to be amazing again. We've got the most magnificent natural beauty. We've got the best weather. We got the best people right here. We got the entrepreneurs and the innovators. We got the best universities. We've got everything we need in this state. We've got the rebel spirit. We've got the hustle. We've got the attitude. We've got everything we need to make California golden again, except for a good governor. And very soon, we will have that as well. We are gonna make that change happen. Change is coming. Change is coming to California. Change is coming. 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 And by the way, not just to California, it looks very much like change is coming to Los Angeles as well. How about that? I think a certain outsider candidate for mayor looks like he's doing pretty well tonight as well. I don't know what it is. Maybe something about what's gone wrong in California is that we've got a failed and broken system, and you've got a couple of outsiders who've never run for office before, leading in the race for governor.
Okay, guys, so I just want to give you an update on the votes that came in. So this is the primary election, guys. So this is what you're seeing. We're going to be narrowing it down, and it looks to me like we're going to be having Karen Bass and Spencer Pratt running for Los Angeles mayor in November, which is not far from now. And then, as Steve Hilton was saying, he's right now leading. He's the top of the ticket. We're going to have, looks like Javier Becerra as a Democrat, and Steve Hilton is going to run against him, and he is currently leading by a smidge. So Steve Hilton is slightly more than 1% higher than Javier Becerra. So that is what we have.
Looking like
we are going to basically have Becerra against Hilton, and I think Hilton has a great chance of winning. And then we have Spencer Pratt running against Karen Bass. Right now, Karen Bass is 7 points ahead of him. So that's pretty tough. That's a big difference. And I hope that we can get LA to switch as well. But it looks like we're going to get a good run here going into November. And who knows, we may be able to change and switch California to red. As you guys heard when I talked to chat let you guys know, even though chat's left-leaning, all the major things that are important to the citizens of Los Angeles, Karen Bass has made those things worse, not better. She's made them worse. So, and you can see it on your screen, she's currently 7 points ahead of Spencer Pratt, making things worse. So that is crazy to see people in LA voting based on poor results. That's absolute disaster. Those are your Democrats for you, voting for the color of her skin, her race, and her gender, and voting to get more of someone that has made things worse for them and their city. Absolutely sad to see. Hopefully, come November, they can pull their heads out of their asses and get their heads screwed on straight and vote for someone that will bring them change, as well as the rest of us Californians. Hopefully we can do that. So it looks like we're on track to do that based on these numbers right here that I just switched on your screen. So guys, Steve Hilton is still 1%, slightly over 1% higher, and it's looking pretty good. Guys, thank you for joining the stream. It's 10:22 in Southern California, and holy smokes, guys, we might see it turn red. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the stream. I'll catch you guys on the next live. See ya. Bye-bye.